So 10, 11, and 12, we're still multiplying. They just made the problem even longer yet. So thinking about what we're doing, we're going to take the 6v times both of these, the 5y times both of those, and then the 6 times both of those. And then we'll combine our like terms. So 6v times 5v. 30v squared. Then I'm going to take the 6v times the minus 4. Negative 24v. Just for fun, I'm going to change colors so you can see where I'm at. 5y times 5v.
Plus 25yv.
Plus 25yv or vy, just so you're consistent. I like to put them alphabetical so I know they match up. But it is the same thing if you use yv. 5y times a minus 4. Negative 20y. And then 6 times 5v. Plus 30v. And then 6 times negative 4. Negative 24. So looking at that big long mess, you only have one pair of like terms, right? I have a minus 24v and a positive 30v that I can put together. Order really isn't that important. They will do it in descending order, so they do the v squared first. Then they do the one with the 2 variables, because that has a degree of 2. Then they do the ones with 1 variable, and then they put the number on the end. But it doesn't really matter, because we can add in any order. So I would just start at the beginning and say, oh, I've got 30v squared. Negative 24 plus 30 would give me positive 6v, and then I have a 25vy, make that look like a v, a minus 20y, and a minus 24. So that big long thing goes in for your answer. Cool. Yeah. Now, you can see where it would be easy to get lost in all of that multiplying, right? Especially if you have little kids and they come and interrupt you, or your grandkids come in, or whoever it might be. So, if you have trouble keeping track of where you're at, I'm going to show you a little technique you can do. Basically, you can just make a big box. This one has 2 by 3, so I'm going to have 2 rows and 3 columns. And it really didn't matter if I do 3 by 2 or 2 by 3, but I'm going to have this. I have a 7x and a minus 2u. And then I have a 2x, a minus 5u, and a minus 3. So when I'm multiplying, I'm going to take the 7x times each one of those, the minus 2u times each one of those, and that's going to keep track of where I'm at in case I try to get lost somewhere. So 7x times 2x. 14x squared, right? 7x times a minus 5u.
Or positive 2. Oh, negative 2.
You're doing 7x times negative 5u, right? We're multiplying here.
Negative 35 xu.
Negative 35
ux.
ux. And xu and ux are the same thing. You just want to recognize that. And then I'm going to take 7x times negative 3.
Negative 21x.
Negative 21x. All right, so now I'm going to do the next number. Negative 2u times 2x.
Negative 4ux.
Negative 4ux. Negative 2u times negative 5u.
Negative 10u squared.
Negative
Positive.
times a negative is a positive, right? Positive 10u squared. Negative 2u times negative 3. Positive 6u. So again, I always look to see where my like terms are, and again in this case I just have one pair of like terms, and then I just put my answers down. So I have a 14x squared, negative 35 and a negative 4 would be negative 39ux. Then I have a minus 21x, a positive I'm writing and looking to the side and it doesn't line up. Minus 21x plus 10u squared and a plus 6u. And all of those would go in for your answer. Got all that written down?
I got it all right here now.
All right,
Because
so,
the grandkids just walked in and
Yep.
I saved it.
so number 12, do we want to use the box or do we not want to use the box?
Yeah.
Use the box? Okay, so this time we need a 3 by 3, so it's got to be even bigger yet. So we've got a 6v, a positive 5u, and a positive 6 for our first term. And then we have a 5v, a minus 4u, and a minus 1. So 6v times 5v.
30v squared.
30v squared. 6v times a minus 4u.
2.
Times,
Oh, yeah. Negative 24.
right, multiply, negative 24, VU. UV or VU? I'm going to put UV. UV. Not that it matters, but you know, try to at least try to get in that same pattern and habit of doing it so that by the time you get to college algebra, you just do it. Minus 24, UV. 6v times negative 1. Negative 6v. Positive 5u times 5v. Positive 25 uv. Positive 5u times a negative 4u. 20u squared. Positive 5u times negative 1. Positive 6 times 5v. 30v. Positive 30v. Positive 6 times a negative 4u.
That's the same as the top. Oh, no, that would be 24, negative 24.
Negative 24u. And then positive 6 and a negative 1. Negative 6. So, looking at all that mess, I've got more than one pair of like terms this time. I've got my UVs that I can put together. I've got my plain V's I can put together. And I've got my U's that I can put together, right? So, my answer, what would my answer be? 30v squared. Did that one.
Minus 20.
Okay, minus 20u squared. Got rid of that one.
Then -25 -24.
So, positive uv, because 25 minus 24 would be 1 uv, which is just uv. So we did that one.
The 30, positive 30v minus 6.
Positive 24v. 30v minus 6v is 24v.
Negative 24 minus
Would be
5.
negative 29u. And minus 6. That's even the best order to put it in. Not that you have to have it in that order. If you put it in a different order, you're okay.
That's too long.
But that is the order they would put that in, because they did the squareds first, and then the one with 2 variables, and the ones with 1 variable, and the constant term with no variables on the one. So yes, those get very long. That's why it helps if you use the boxes, just in case you get interrupted somewhere in the middle. So you can go, oh yeah,